Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have got two big stories that reveal something important about our climate and environment. One, a major new study from McGill University that finds about over 3,000 methane hotspots in and around Montreal, and two, the tiny Pacific island nation of Tuvalu officially joining the International Union for Conservation of Nature as its 90th member. Both stories may be very different, but they are linked by one thread: how we monitor and respond to our environment risk. First, the Montreal methane story. Researchers from McGill carried out a mobile survey over 4 years, 2019 to 2024, across more than 3,300 kilometers of Montreal and some surrounding sites. They drove special measurement equipment capturing methane and carbon dioxide emission every second. The result, they identified over 3,000 methane hotspots, places where methane levels are considerably higher than average. Now, methane may be less abundant than carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but each methane molecule traps about 32 times more heat than carbon dioxide molecule over a 100-year horizon, and other studies suggest about up to 80 over 20 years. That means spotting and dealing with methane sources is a really high leverage climate action. So, where are the hotspots in Montreal? The highest concentration were found in the east end of the city, an area with many old inactive landfills and older natural gas pipelines with leaks. And interestingly, one surprising source, Montreal's largest snow dump site called the Francon Quarry, is emitting methane at levels comparable to the old landfills. When snow cleared from roads is dumped there, it melts into lake, creating microbial conditions that generate methane. The methodology: three fixed routes, two in densely populated zone, one near the Lachine Canal, were surveyed weekly for 10 weeks, and wind data together with concentration spikes helped researchers locate the sources with more precision. Why this matter? For the Canadian province of Quebec and the city of Montreal, accurate methane source detail is critical to meeting climate targets. Example, Quebec goal of reducing greenhouse gas emission by 37.5% by 2030. It shows that traditional inventories often miss or underestimate sources like old landfills, snow dumps, or pipeline leaks. The takeaway is that to battle climate change effectively, we need to go beyond big obvious sources and deal with hidden ones, and the Montreal study is a wake up call for the urban areas globally. Now let's switch gear to story 2. Tuvalu joins the IUCN as the 90th member state. The government of Tuvalu officially became a state member of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. This is a big step for the tiny island nation. Tuvalu covers only about 26 square kilometers of land area, composed of 9 low-lying atolls, but its exclusive economic zone spans roughly 9 lakh kilometers of Pacific Ocean, home to rich marine biodiversity including coral reefs, fisheries, and migratory seabirds. So why does this matter? Tuvalu is extremely vulnerable to sea level rise, coastal erosion, invasive species, and climate change overall. By joining IUCN, Tuvalu gains access to global expertise, partnership, and conservation networks, which help with adaptation effort, sustainable fishery, community-driven conservation, and giving a stronger voice to the world stage. For IUCN, adding Tuvalu is also meaningful because it brings one of the most climate vulnerable nations into the fold, offering unique perspectives on how nature and people must adopt under threat. So, when you look at the two stories side by side, you see a pattern: identifying sources of environmental risk, methane hotspot, vulnerable islands, and integrating globally to respond, monitoring system in cities, joining global conservation alliances. For Montreal, it's about getting better measurement, targeting urban infrastructure hotspot and plugging them. For Tuvalu, it's about strengthening governance, building resilience, and collaborating to protect nature in changing world. So what we can take away and maybe act on. If you live in or around the city, ask your local authorities about methane monitoring programs, surface gas leaks, dumped snow melt water lagoons, and old landfills may be hidden climate threats. If you follow global conservation, keep an eye on a small island like Tuvalu. Their memberships, their strategies, their success stories matter not just for those islands but globally. And lastly, remember, climate action is not just about big signals, coal plants, deforestation. It is all about that urban plumbing level detail and tiny nation that carry big lessons. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you don't miss future updates. In the comments, tell me, did the Montreal methane story surprise you more, or did the Tuvalu move shock you, and why? I'll see you next time with more environmental insights and global updates. Stay curious and stay informed.